Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, Akshara Brahma Yogam, Sloka number 8. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetasa Nanya Paramam Purusham Divyam Yati Parthanuchintayan. Bhagavan Shri Krishna in this 8th chapter, while giving the answers to the questions of the Arjuna. The 7th question, mainly Bhagavan answering and giving more importance and the time in this chapter. That question is, a person before leaving the body remembering the Lord, how it is so important, prayana kale. For that we have discussed certain points. For whom Lord is talking about here. One is Nishka Sakama Bhakta, we are keeping at side. Here Nishkama Bhakta, but Saguna Upasaka. So even after long period of practicing of devotion and even attending to the satsangam and listening to the some Vedanta and all that also, the person may not be able to switch over to the Nirguna Ishvara Gnanam due to maybe any reason. Most probably his mind is not willing to switch over because of the long practice of the Saguna Upasana, or his body health is may not be cooperating by the time he reached now what age maybe, or his Ayush, the lifespan may be ended abruptly suddenly, or he may not get the Advaita Acharya who can teach him the Jnanam. Shrotriya Brahmanishta, even at least Shrotriya may not available to such a person. So in that case, whatever may be the reason, he is continuing. So Lord says that nothing wrong, you can continue in that way. Even if you have not completed even that Sakama Bhakti and not able to, Nishkama Bhakti, and able to leave your body by remembering me, but it won't go waste because you have done lot of punyam, bhakti, that will help you in the next life how to proceed. But to go to the Krama Mukti, this Nishkama Bhakta, but Saguna Upasaka, also wants to merge with the Lord, also wants to get the moksha, but somehow he is not able to accept or come to the Jivan Mukti, Sadhyo Mukti, but Krama Mukti. I will go, then there I will meet the Lord. Either he is Sayudhyam, Sannidhyam, Sarupyam, anything, then Lord will take care of me. So I want only the Lord. So he is having lot of Vairagya and desirous of moksha also. And into such a bhakta, nishkama and saguna upasaka bhakta, what will happen? So this topic is about it. Now while explaining about these things, Bhagavan, in the seventh shloka and the completed eighth shloka, some eight important steps Bhagavan giving. All of them we can call it as a abhyasa. We understood clearly that it won't happen suddenly on one day. Just you before leaving, you can remember the Lord, and then just you can go to the Vaikuntha or reach the Lord. Even though Ajamila Katha of Bhagavatam tells about the calling his Lord son named Narayana, but that Narayana word has got such a power. Maybe if that son, Ajamila's son's age is 10 years or 12 years, since 12 years he is keep on calling, that too he is the very last child. By the time Ajamila already become old, so he is more fond of him, loving him. That name keep on, how many times he may call. Not remembering the Lord, but the name. So Namam itself is able to give such a, but we should not take it as a granted. After that, what happened, all that story we have studied clearly. Even though Yamadutas came, Vishnudutas came, they both of them fought, and then finally, okay, let us go, both of them gone. Then Ajamila again has to go for a sadhana. Maybe there he met another teacher that is not mentioned, or before he is missing the track and going to the unrighteous living of life. Before that, he is a Anushtana Karta, Dharma, and he is a Brahmana. So that all will help him further to progress. But he didn't get the moksha immediately. Do not forget that. Even in the Dhruva's life or Prahalada's life also. They were blessed by the Lord. They had got the darshan of the Lord. But where the story ends, only when you get the Nirguna Ishvara Brahma Jnanam, there only the difference between the you and the Lord and reaching and going and all this business will get end only at the end of the Jnana. So that is the topic. But here Bhagavan giving 8 sadhanas. That just I will make you to recollect because they are very important. Even though we discussed something about it, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Therefore, because in the previous shloka, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya. Therefore, the last thought of the person who is leaving the body is very important to determine his next birth. That will takes the leading direction. Therefore, tasmat, therefore, sarveshu kaleshu, one important point, all the time. That means now, even when you are engaged in the your routine activities and the other duties. That's why yuddhacha, even when you are, that is the instruction for Arjuna, one side you have to do all your duties, no exception, in whatever ashrama you are. And other side, sarveshu kaleshu, so two things are told already in this. This sarveshu kaleshu, I will tell you one small story about it. Once a Brahmana came to Janaka's court with curiosity to inquire and ask about how this Janaka king, Videha Raja, all of them, the people of the country, everybody tells he's a Jivan Mukta, he's a Videha, but still he is continuing and doing his political activities and ruling the kingdom. How it is possible? So he is very curious and directly want to go and ask the Janaka. Being is a Brahmana, Brahmanas are always welcome into the royal court. They never kept waiting whenever they come to see the king because that much respect was there. Hmm. The Brahmana came immediately. Janaka, as usual, honored him. Then that Brahmana, after just few seconds, asked a question. I, I am very curious to know, O King Janaka, how you are able to manage and generally a Jivan Mukta, a Gnani should be a sannyasi, but you are, people are all calling and many people know and you are the Jivan Mukta Gnani, but Rajarshi you are. What is the secret? How you are able? Then Janaka didn't reply immediately. He said, Oh Brahmana Deva, you are Atithi for me first. Let me feed you first. Okay? Then I will answer your question later. So he ordered and Diksha, the Bhojanam is arranged. That time Janaka made one extra plan. He made the Brahmana to sit and have the sumptuous royal meal. And before he starting, he said just only one thing you have to be very careful while eating. Slightly be alert and eat. Why? On your head, top of the head, I kept a sword which is very sharp and tied that rope with the horse hair. Anytime it may fall. Okay, but you just eat carefully because I have to just inform you that Brahmana didn't ask that why you tied and all that. It is there. So we then Brahmana started eating and over eating over. Then Janaka asked, how was the how is the food? What food? That sweet and laddu, jalebi. Jalebi, laddu. You ate just now. What I ate? But he completed. Swami, you ate. You had the food. See, the plate is empty. But I didn't remember what I ate and I completed. Why? Because constant alertness, because there is something sitting on my head. This is what I told last time, living in a war foot, living on the war foot situation. That means not with fear. Even we use that living on the war foot means situation, alertness. Anytime anything can happen. Naturally, this statement will create the fear. We cannot then work with fear psychosis only will be there. No, no. Shastra tells that you therefore you know that anytime anything can happen, therefore live alertly. What is that alertness? Nothing is belongs to me here. Whatever happens, I am not responsible. Whatever doesn't happen also, I am not responsible. God, to the God, by the God, for the God, with the God, from the God, in the God, oh God. Live with that. Vibhakti bhavana. Bhakti, where there is no vibhakti. But now what I told, but everywhere we added God. Instead of I, you put there the God. That's it. Live without the ego, ahankara. Really speaking, if you think where I am actually, where is this ahankara? There is no any place to ahankara anywhere. So, in this way, alert living. So, that story tells us Janaka answered, I live like that. This kingdom is not belong to me. Nothing is not belong to me. And I myself, my body, nothing is I am. I am 24/7 with alertness. I lived as you now ate the food with alertness, then things will happen just like that. So, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu, that is the meaning. And never neglect your duties according to that ashrama, age, and whatever, wherever you are, do them. But with this bhavana, then try to switch over to the higher vanaprastha sannyasa sthiti, at least internal sannyasa. Come to that stage. Then naturally you will have lot of time, contemplation, mananam, everything will happen. So these instructions are told to the Nishkama Saguna Upasaka, but they apply for us also. Okay? But here there is no Shravana Manana Nidhyasana as we discuss or emphasize in the Vedanta. And here Mam Anusmara, third instruction. Okay? In your place of I, you keep me. That's it. Mam Anusmara. So by telling his name or remembering his form, okay, or remembering his teaching, somewhere or other you remember that thought. And then to do that, I want your mind and intellect to give to me. Mano buddhi mayarpitam. Mayarpita mano buddhi. Even though I have discussed already last class, but it's very important to connect this and the next sloka points, and then next what? Ninth sloka. Your emotional mind you hand out to me. Your intellect also, intellect gnana. So have a intellectual conviction and emotional balance. When it is possible, when both these things are we given to this divine thought, then the major problem solved about the mind is the emotionally always it won't hanker to something or other. Our intellect is always have the doubt. So that's why Bhagavan promised already atra na samshaya. So mayarpita mano buddhi. Then if you see in the 8th sloka continuation, 5th instruction, all this all together Arjuna abhyasa yoga yuktena. You need to constantly practice. Already Sarvesh Kalesh Mamanusmara told. But all these things finally, uh, what finally in the 7th sloka itself, Mameva Eshyasi na samshaya. Again also, no, there is no any doubt. Definitely, you will reach me. Now I am emphasizing and praising that sadhaka because he able to do that abhyasa yogena. and na anyagamina chetasa, no waveringness, no confusion, no wanderingness of the mind. Sir, mind itself means its nature is movement, but you are telling non-wandering mind. Wandering means leaving the Lord and going behind something and considering that is the truth, that is fact, that is going to save me. This is this kind of wandering. But for to do the routine normal activities, you need the mind. To cook the food, you need the mind. Anything without mind, how you mind? But altogether, don't get deviate totally and don't lose the faith on this path or on this teaching. So, na anyagamina chetana, chetasa, and abhyasa yoga yuktena, then divyam paramam purusham anuchintayan. Hey Partha, whoever thinks in this way, he will reaches me, yanti, hey Partha, where divyam paramam purusham. Now, what is that divyam paramam purusham? Lord wants to say something more about it. Divyam paramam purusham. Every word is very important, including this Divyam Paramam Purusham. And now in the ninth sloka, 8 more attributes of the God, Paramatma, is going to describe. The topic is about the Saguna Upasana, Saguna Brahma Upasana. But here, if you see in the ninth sloka, all those attributes are talking about the Nirguna. Let us see what it is, how it. Ninth sloka. कविं पुराणम् अनुशासितारम् अणोरणीयान् समनुस्मरेभ्यः सर्वस्य धातारमचिन्त्य रूपम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् 8 attributes. The Lord who doesn't have attributes really, but for your sadhana, upasana purpose, bhakti purpose, you have chosen the attributed Lord with gunas. But later, one day or other, after you reach the Brahmaloka also, there you have to learn the Nirguna Ishvara Gnanam. Okay. Now, when Lord said Paramam Purusham Divyam, the meaning is this Saguna Nishkama Upasaka reaches me, then where directly is not reached me, Brahmaloka he comes. From the in Brahmaloka he again studies the Shastra from Brahmaji. Then only he will merge with me. That is the understanding meaning. But the real me, Nirgunam. So by doing your Saguna Upasana, you have not reached me actually. You came to the nearby station, but still you have to travel some more distance to reach me because I am a Nirguna Nirakara Brahman. So I am going to tell you about my Nirguna Nirakara Tattvam. For whom he is telling? That fellow is not interested about the Nirguna. But still, Lord informing to him, or Lord informing to us, who is already interested about the Nirguna Nirakara Brahma Tattvam, and those who are interested about the Sadhya Mukti, here itself, Jivan Mukti, no going or no more further postponing. So for both of sake, Lord's explaining these words. And another thing, these words, this person, who is leaving this body, Saguna Upasaka, he has to meditate on me in this way also. So far, maybe Rama, Krishna only, no, Saguna Upasana means Rama Rupam, Rama Mantram, Rama Dhyanam, or Krishna. But that Saguna Upasana which we have done is really should lead you to me, the real me, Nirguna Nirakara. Okay, if suppose this sadhaka, this person who is before leaving the body, he remembers in this way. How he can remember in this way without he don't knowing about these words? That means he already heard. This Saguna Upasaka also, Nishkama Saguna Upasaka also attended some classes and heard. Otherwise, how he knows? Lord simply says he has to remember in this way. He must remember, he may not remember in this way, but he must know about me in this way. So Lord himself, my Nirguna Tattva is this. This is ultimate. You want now from here itself, now itself you start meditating upon. So all these 8 words, including that Paramam Purusham Divyam, all are meant for us for Nididhyasanam. For us, Nididhyasanam. One word you can take and do the meditation. We'll see it one by word by word. So Ishvara Kalyana Gunaha are explained here, but all Nirguna, we are temporarily using some words to communicate. This is the Nirguna Tattva. To say that, I need to use some words. Upanishad uses some words. Otherwise, how can I understand this? Nirguna Tattva means it will be like this. So that this is the only way to communicate. So here, the first word is Kavim. Kavim means Kranti Darshanam, Sarvagnaha, omniscient. That is the meaning. Sarvagnaha is called Kavim. Technically, we call a poet also as a Kavi. But here, Sarvagnaha, Kranti Darshanaha, Kavi. And second word is, because from the total standpoint, Ishvara knows everything, whether it is a Saguna Ishvara Maya Sahita, but he got the power only, Brahman only, Maya Sahita Ishvara. So Sarvagnaha. You should not feel bad that I don't know everything. I don't know Chaturvedas. Or I don't know something this, that. In this equipment, you may don't know because this equipment has got a limited power. And there is Taratamyam in every instrument. But essentially you are the Chaitanya Swarupa. From Chaitanya Swarupa standpoint, if you see, I am the Sarvagna. But Lakshartham, not Vachartham. Kavim. Then second word, Puranam. This Puranam word is not a normal usage Puranam word, but here in this context, Chirantanam. Chirantanam means ancient. Even ancient, when you say it's from olden days, that means time, you are mentioning the time. But here actually Purana means timeless. Timeless means beginningless. Beginningless, therefore endless. So Puranam, that means it was not created in a particular time. It's always, using always word also dangerous. Again, time comes there. So better not say anything, but Puranam, Upanishad uses this word. Kathopanishad uses this word. Even if you take the general meaning of Puranam, that also can be applied. What we say generally, Purana? Pura api navam. It is very ancient, but it is so new now. Now also, now always it is new, which can be always new and always fresh and always same. Only truth can be there, not any other thing else. So in that way, our Puranas, because how many times you listen, again now you listen, they will reveal something to you, make you fresh. You will feel fresh. So if you take in that sense also, it is the ever fresh, unchanging, Nitya Vastu can be only one. So Puranam. Then third word, Anushasitaram. Sarvasya Jagataha Prashasitaram Anushasitaram. Who governs and controls this entire physical laws and the moral laws. Both. That means what? Anushasitaram means karma phala data. Who knows the karma of the every jiva and sort out that and maintain the account and segregate and dispatch to respect uh, related jiva without any mistake. So karma phaladata according to law of karma, not on his own. So therefore he is called Anushasitaram. Anoho Aniyamsam, smaller than the smallest. Anu means small. Sukshmat Sukshmataram. All these expressions are mostly used in the Kathopanishad. There, Anoraniyan Ahamevat, Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan, and Kenopanishad, Anoraniyan Ahamevat Tadvat Mahanaham Vishwamaham Vichitram, Purana Puratanoham Purushoham Ishaha Hiranmayoham Sivarupamasmi. It's like Puranam, all those words are coming in Kaivalyam also. Anoho Aniyamsam, smaller than the smallest. And here it means one meaning is being it is a smaller than the smallest means you don't imagine in the terms of the object and size and all that. It is not available, cannot be comprehended by the sense organs. Unperceptible for the sense organs is called Sukshmat Sukshmataram. Now one more point. Whenever we say it is very subtle, you remember that that is the biggest one. When you say it is subtle, that is the biggest one. And when you say it is sukshmam subtle, it is with less attributes. Important point. Now take the example of earth is the very gross sthulam. Earth has got 5 attributes. on its own Gandha Tanmatra and all other attributes of the Jala, Agni, Vayu and Akasha. All the attributes are there in the Prithvi. But if you come to the Jalam, Jalam has got four attributes. And if you come to the Agni, it has got three attributes only, gunas. So one by one is becoming subtler. So when it is more subtler, less attributes. Now come little more further. When you come to the Vayu, only two attributes. When you come to the space, Akasha Tanmatra, only one. Big Shabda Tanmatra, one attribute to the space. Now you tell me, space is big or the earth is big? Space is big or the, according to this logic now, space is big. But whichever is that big, with less attributes is the Sukshma. Now, if space with one attribute itself is so big, attribute less Brahman, what to say, bigger than the biggest, but subtler than the subtlest. See how beautifully Upanishad using Anoraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan, Anorani. If you sing like this, you will understand. Anoraniyan, Guru Mahima, Mahaton Mahiyan, Guru Mahima. And then I will shake my head and I will clap hands. And if you talk like this, hey, my dear, one day you have to understand. You are singing since so many years, Anoraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan. Now you got the real meaning of it. So without understanding, without going deeper, you cannot escape and simply go like that. No way, Nanya Pantha, Vidyateyanaya, Anoraniyan. Then next word is Sarvasya Dhataram, sustainer or supporter of everything. There we said distributor of the all karma phala and everything. Anushasitaram. Who holds everything. Dhataram. Sarvasya. That means the very cause to say. But really it is not cause. Brahman is not cause for anything. Then when you say cause, then duality will come. So in the higher level in Upanishad, we are always negating that cause and effect law. But in this level, it is okay for you to say. Unless otherwise you accept there is some Shakti, some Ishvara, some Kadavul, then you won't leave your ego. It's very difficult also. So always surrendering to the higher is, there is no boss, anybody. All other people who will work in the office, why the boss is required, why the manager is required. And they all must listen to him. They know that there is somebody who is looking after and watching us. Then they will function in that way. Sarvasya dhataram. Here, in what way? We said karanam, you cannot say karanam, karyakarana vilakshanam, satta matrama. As the existence, the Brahman is not different or existence is not different. The, as existence, he exists and he is only exists, so he is only supporting himself. That much we can say. Because there is nothing other than Brahman. So Satta Matrama Chalanam Niteni. Tyagaraja sings about Rama. I understood, I believe. Satta Matra. Many kirtanas uses the Advaitic words and statements also. Then next word is Achintya Rupam. Okay. So his Rupam is not a comprehensible, there is no Rupam at all. See, mind can comprehend or senses can comprehend when there is a form. That's why na chakshur gacchati, na vak gacchati, no manaha, yato vacho nivartante, aprapya manasa saha. So achintya rupam, achintya rupam. So mind is supported by the Chaitanyam, which is supported by something. The supported cannot know the supporter. Example, waves are supported by the water. So the wave, as a wave, can never know that I am the water. But from the standpoint of the water, there is no supporter and supported. There is no cause or any effect. So in this way, achintya rupam, that means which we cannot objectify. But temporarily for this Saguna Upasaka, the objectification, he chose the objectification and the form and name and all. So, but when you see these words, Lord himself is telling about his own nature. Then, Achintya Rupam, seventh word, Aditya Varnam. This is again one comparison only. There is no Varnam at all to Brahman. Agandham, Asparsham, Agandham, Avarchasam, nothing is there. Then where is the question of Aditya Varnam? How to take this word? It looks like contradicting. Effulgent like sun, that is the meaning. Aditya Varnam. So we should not take it as there is a Aditya itself is so shining so much, then Brahman may be still more bright. If it is more bright, our eyes can't see. Darkness also eyes can't see. Light to some extent only they are seeing. If you see too much light, the eyes will get spoiled. Instrument will get spoiled. So, Aditya Varnam, it's not a prakasham or light or anything. It is the consciousness. You cannot explain the consciousness as a light or as this thing, that thing, nothing. You can't explain it. That means because of which everything shines. Even sun shines. Sun exists because of that shining. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति यदादित्यगतो तेजः. 15th chapter also. Sun cannot reach there. Yadadityagatam tejam. Jagadbhasayate akhilam. Yaschandramasi yaschagno tatyejo vidhi mamakam. That is Aditya Varnam. Okay. Then, related to this Aditya Varnam, the eighth attribute, we have to think both of them together little more. What? Tamasaha Parastat. It is beyond the darkness. Using these two words together, there is something great in that. That means Sun, Lord Sun, can see, can make everybody to see everything, but Lord Sun cannot see one thing, the darkness. The Lord Sun can never see the darkness. Swami Chinmanda used to tell one funny story here. Once someone went to the Lord Sun, some god or somebody, some friend like Hanuman, who can go to the Lord Sun. Then they told that, my dear son, you know Miss Darkness? Miss Darkness, she's very beautiful. She's Miss Universe. Oh, and if you want, you can marry her. Where she will be, where she stays? She stays on the other side of the earth. Then Sun started to find out Miss Darkness and came this side. No, he could not meet Miss Darkness. And again, Sun came this side. No, that day onwards, the bachelor son, searching for the Miss Darkness to marry, so far he could not get married. Till date now, Sun is moving. So interesting. And that Sun can't see the darkness. I told many times that eyes, who is the presiding deity, Lord Sun is the eyes. So eyes seeing the light. Through light, everything. But when you close the eyes, 1 minute, few seconds, the darkness, who is seeing the darkness? Not the eyes. But you know that, you say that there is a darkness. Who saw and informed you? Eyes? No, eyes can't see the darkness. That's why who can see the light and who can see the darkness also, and who is beyond these two is called Tamasaha Parastat. So when you link these two words are very beautiful and you get such a great meaning. Now this Tamasaha Parastat Aditya Varnat Tapi Parastat Aditya Tapi Parastat Varnam leave it side. That means light. Who is beyond the light and the dark? Such a Brahman and that Chaitanyam can be affected by anything, can be affected by the light, can be affected by the darkness or anything else. No. There is a beautiful shloka in Kathopanishad telling about this. Suryo yatha sarva lokasya chakshuhu. As the Surya is the eyes of the entire universe. That means because of him only, light, and he is presiding here, we are able to see. So, sarvasya lokachakshuhu yatha surya, but na lipyate bahya chakshusaihi bahya doshaihi. That such a sun can ever affect by any of the illuminate these things of these doshas or the dirt of anything of these things. Example I will tell. Now clouds are there. when I went and want to see the sun, clouds are in between my eyes and the sun. So I'm not able to see the sun. Because I'm not able to see the sun due to the clouds standing in middle, sun is there or not? Now, or forget about the clouds. I got inner cloud, cataract. Cataract is become so matured and full, you won't see anything because it is a cover layer completely closes, or some other problem in the eye. In this particular instrument, because of some obstruction, some problem, this problem is affecting the sun. That is the meaning. No. Or bahya chakshushahi. That means these outside eyes of every animal, every jiva, those eyes are having defect. Some are blind, one eye gone, and something small eye. No, some. Where is the eye for the coronavirus? We don't know where is the coronavirus itself. How to find out its eye? We don't know. It doesn't have eye. Amoeba need not have the eye, but it lives. These defects will affect that sun. Any dirt, any rubbish things, all that dirt will affect the sun, but he is only illuminating. Even you need not go up to the sun. You can think about your eyes. Eyes seeing the dirty things also, good things also. Nothing is not touching or affecting the eye, in fact. Then that information, when it goes inside, your mind will search its deity. And along with that, this nose also will join and tells about the smell. Both together makes the mind miserable. This is how the story goes. Okay. And that another line of that shloka, Pachehi, same way, ekasthatha, तथा एक सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा न लिप्यते लोक दुःखेन बाह्यः. The same way, in example, the Sarvantara Atma, Sarvantaraha, how important the word, where it came? Sarvantaraha. It should be fresh in your memory. Just now in Brihadaranyaka, the whole fourth that fourth Brahmana onwards, Gargi's question and sixth Brahmana, Sarvantaraha, Sarvantaraha. We analyzed so much. We told that is very important also. Sarvantara. Then there only no Sutratma is Sarvantara. Then Ishvara is the Sarvantara. Then Gargi further went and asked that who is the Sarvantara, Antaratamam of Ishvara. Then only Akshara Brahmanan comes. Antaryami Brahmanam, then Akshara Brahmanam. Why those Brahmanas given that title? Because of the inquiry goes into the Antara, Antaryami Brahmanam, then Aksharam. So this Sarvabhutantaratma na lipyate, not touched by Loka Dukkhena or Sukhena Bhakyam. Outside, either sorrow or misery, not affected. So in this way, a big Vididhyasanam we did now. So now we have to connect the previous shloka, one small sentence, then only here it will become complete. Otherwise, grammatically, this shloka is not completed, stopped in the middle like how Yah anusmaret. That's all. He didn't say anything. But we have to fill up that, bring that word from the previous shloka. Saha paramam purusham yati. He Partha, yah anuchintayan. Okay? Yah anusmaret. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Aniyam Sanoho Dataram Sarvasya Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parastat Divyam Paramam Purusham Saha Paramam Purusham Yati. Okay. Then 10th shloka. Prayana Kale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yukto Yoga Balena Chaiva भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम्. Okay. Now, Bhagavan continuing is, so in this way, as explained in the, he must know those things also, but he is not able to totally establish in that Gnana Nishta. He has to go for Kramamukti. Anyhow, Prayana Kale. Now the entire topic is about the before leaving, before leaving. What is this, sir? You must prepare for living also, you must prepare for leaving also. Living and leaving. You must prepare. You know, you must know. When you are going to travel somewhere, some place, you prepare everything. You will book the ticket and you will make comfortable and pack all the curd rice, this, that, and uraga. It will be very nice. The curd rice with uraga. Travel journey will be comfortable. You are preparing or not? The same way. You are going to other place. Prepare. Prayana kale. Achalena manasa. Here also again you can count some 7 steps are coming. Okay. Prayana kale. Pranam avesha samyak. Properly controlling the breath. Prana. And Dhruvoho madhye, at the center of the eyebrows, achalena manasa, without any flickering and shaking and sorrow or this, that, without any distraction. When? Before dying. Or else even to listen, it is difficult and thinking impossible. Okay, just listen. Don't worry. It is not for us. We are all Jivamukhas. So, achalena manasa prayana kale samyak avesha pranam bhruvor madhye yoga balena. See, the important is achalena manasa yoga balena bhaktya yuktya yuktah. He brings the prana to the eyebrow center. What is bringing the prana to the eyebrow center? We don't know any of those things. Here, the yoga balena word is very important. That means a upasaka is also a yogi, should be a yogi. Which upasaka? This upasaka who is Nishkama and Saguna upasaka want to go to the Lord Kramamukti. Unless otherwise he is having the yoga bala, yoga practice, that means not like our yoga practice. Very sincere, severe yoga, different kinds of pranayamas and yoga abhyasa and all that with that abhyas of the concentrating, dharana, different techniques, all that because he done yoga balena, he is able to make the mind single pointed, and when he thinks that, he is able to bring all the pranas mentally to the one by one withdrawing and to the Bhumadhya eyebrow center. Because these are all unimaginable for us, don't think that they are not there, they are not real. They are there, they are real, but only consolation, not for us. We need not to struggle. This is all only for, that's why there are so many yogis, and because of their yoga and upasana, all that, they may get some siddhis also. And if they use again those siddhis for any physical purpose, they will fall down. They will become yoga brashta. Because that particular deity whom they are worshipping, and they get some powers of that, those siddhis will express. So, until the end, he must be a nishkama bhakta. Yoga bala should be there. Mind, single pointed mind should be there at the time of leaving the body. And with all that, bhaktya cha yuktya yuktaha, endowed with the utmost devotion. Saha upaite tam divyam paramam purusham. Again, that paramam purusham which is used in the 8th shloka, again Bhagavan using here. This param, divyam word are more important when you talk about this Chaitanyam Brahman. But here, nowhere Bhagavan mentioning Kramamukti and these words. Ah, if he is able to go through the yoga to the and become the Jivan Mukta or Param Purusham, merging with the Brahman, then why we are all struggling here sitting on the chair? Legs are paining, not able to keep down, not able to keep up. Struggling. Kramamukti. He has to go to Brahmaloka. Not only that, still lot of stories there. If you listen the 11th sloka, 12th sloka, Venda. Venda sir, this is so nice. You never scold us. You never tell anything. Whenever we want, we'll come. We'll listen. We will do something help to you. It is so comfortable. And one side I will listen this. One side I will do my bhakti also. Anyhow, I'm traveling on both the rails. Doesn't matter. Good only. But don't get confused with this yoga bala. Those who selected that, that's why people are actually many people, if at all they select that path, they will select for the siddhis purpose. Siddhis automatically will come even if you don't seek in the beginning. When once the siddhis comes, they will start delude you. You will be deluded by Maya again. And once if you start exhibiting and using them, you are gone. That's why Jappidi Vidyai. It's not going to take you anywhere. So never need not to get excited by them. So in this way, 10th shloka, I will just tell you a small story and conclude. Next shloka will go next class. This prayana kale manasachalena, like this all. Once Parvati Devi felt about some devotee. Okay, he is not a real devotee because there are so many devotees. All are Nishkama devotees, no? Mostly Sakama devotees only. Some are in that still chow. But Parvati Devi being a universal mother, she is concerned about that person. Somehow will consider him and is requesting Lord Shiva, let us show him some way and give the at least Kramamukti or something. But that fellow is not interested. Parvati, no, don't leave him. Hmm? He is very compassionate. Okay, if you are so uh, interested, let us do one thing. Let us both will go, and he is now at deathbed, on the deathbed, this person. Let us both us go and give the darshan, and he will see both of us. If he calls Amma, then you respond and you say, save him. If he calls Appa, then I will save him. Then they both are went there. This fellow opened the mouth. Ah, ah, and they both are waiting whom he is going to call. And finally he said, Ayyo, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnapita Isha. Hari Om. That's all.